home. No check engine light. I'm going to run her to work tomorrow and see if that turns on a light or not, or if there's one on it when I get up in the morning. Nice thing is I can remote start it now tomorrow morning. And hopefully that light stays off now. Oddly enough, today, I drove Ruby to work today and the check engine light turned on that. So I guess I could throw that in this video just as filler. I don't know. But I ain't going to do that in the rain, so I'll bring her in the back shop and deal with it there. Alright, got the next vehicle all hooked up. Oh, that's a lot of codes. EVAP, camshaft position sensor, camshaft position sensor, camshaft position sensor, camshaft position sensor, O2 sensor, O2 sensor. That's a lot of codes. Well, I'm gonna fix them, look deeply into them, and oh, would you look at that? There's no check engine light on this car. That was kind of a waste of my time. Just kidding. I think in the rain today, one of the connectors probably got wet for the ECM or BCM or whatever controls that, because the main junction's right underneath in the fender. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's what it is. Obviously, if it comes back, I'll worry more about it. But until then, I don't care. Morning. And the old Silverado got to actually fire it up with the remote start for the first time in a while. I'm on my way to work with no check engine light as of right now. Keep you posted if it stays off or if it doesn't. Hoping that my theory was correct, and so far it is. Back to Ruby though, I did do a little bit of research into that last night. It's kind of odd, I guess, that all 7 codes are there as instantly as like that. And it's also kind of odd that all 4 camshaft codes are there, because according to what I read on the internet, that if it was a tensioner thing, which that's all new in that motor, tensioner chain, all that stuff, it would only be 2 camshaft codes, unless it was really bad, which then it wouldn't be running flawless like it is. Basically what I came up with is there's water in, essentially what they said, the ECU, but I'm betting it's just a plug to the ECU. One, it was raining really bad yesterday, as you may or may not have seen in the clip, I don't remember, of me driving this. But I also hit a puddle, a pretty deep puddle on the passenger side of the car, which the ECU is on. So I'm willing to bet that I put water into that connector and it's just shorting something out, making it think that it's got issues. And it's apparently a common thing in whatever this connector is. So I will attack that. Maybe today, maybe not, I don't know. We will see. But that's what I come up with on that. And the reason why I say all that is because if it was actually camshaft codes, the car would have put itself into limp mode or reduced power or whatever it's called. It wouldn't be running full power right now, and it definitely is still full power. The car still hauls butt, in my opinion. Hooks and books, whatever you want to call it. But that's probably going to be in this video, I guess, now. So that's where we're at with that. Alrighty, we are going to be back on fixing check engine lights, which technically I already fixed one on this. Because it's exactly as I said, or thought I said. I might have said, I don't know. This is a couple days later. Just did bike weekend and taking my free time and working shit out. But I think I said that the check engine light on this car, or it had 7 codes, and all 7 of those codes kind of were defeating one another for code-wise. So it's kind of just a bit odd to me when I first looked it up to see like a potential problem, cause, whatever you want to call it. And it actually told me, I just Googled literally wrote down all 7 codes and put them in Google. And 4 different sources all said that these codes going hand in hand, are caused by either a bad ECU, which I kind of doubt because the car runs phenomenal, and they say that with these codes the car should be in limp mode. Again, car runs phenomenal, not in limp mode. So those are things that I thought was a bit odd. But it said basically that you got water in your ECU, or more likely a connector to the ECU, which is kind of what I figured, because right before that I went through a big puddle and then the check engine light turned on, I guess. But I let it sit for a couple days. It's been kind of nice and hot out. Nice day outside, and I let it sit. Like I said, we did the bike weekend thing and had a blast. But I brought her in the garage now that I got the bike all cleaned up and put away. And I brought her in the garage, threw the old scan tool on it, cleared the code, and then I went for a ride and it stayed off. So we are going to now basically just take the ECU apart, which is under there, technically, under the headlight-ish area. Basically take all that apart, make sure there's no corrosion or anything in the connectors, and basically fill them full of dielectric grease and put it back together, because it seems to be everything working fine now. And then I'll have this car done. By golly, if I don't have enough content to make a video now, I'll be surprised. I probably have way too much footage, but for something I never really intended on making a video for, this is going to turn out to be a pretty good video. But we'll get you in here and you can see me ripping my car apart again. Well, first time for you guys. Alright, well, we'll see if this is any good footage. This is the first time using a tripod. Now, that being said, this tripod is probably older than my parents, because heaven forbid I buy anything brand new. I gotta make some old junk work. But I found this one in my grandpa's garage, probably from a telescope or something. I don't know. But anyways, you can't see me. Hopefully you can hear me. Like any good project involving electronics and computers and whatnot, I'm going to be smart and take the computer line rather, do the old disco on the battery. Alright, battery's got the old disco going. So we'll give the computer time before I start unplugging stuff, but until then I can at least start pulling plastics off and everything that involves making it not look like a car. Got there. Stupid leaves. yeah. Gotta remember how to take all this apart. It's been a hot minute. Just when you thought you were all done with the heat, whatnot, it is almost 80. Should have wore shorts today because it's pretty freaking warm out. That's why I pulled the car in the garage instead of at least out in the sun, because it's really hot out in the sun there. Oh, I'm glad this was an easy fix though. I really was not too thrilled about having to dive into this car again, electronics wise. Not to add to toll. The old classic, let's make an engine not look like an engine by putting all this plastic crap on there. Behold the mighty 3.6 liter. Well, I'm going to give her another 5. Let her sit and die out and whatnot, and bring it back when we get there. Alright, well, I think it's sat long enough. I'm going to start disconnecting stuff. Hell, I don't even know that I let this thing sit that long before I did the swap from the white car to the red car. To be honest with you, I don't know that that is the thing that I did. But we're going to at least do it here. Yeah. The almighty ECU. Ether. This is a drain plug on the ECU. Did they expect this to happen? Oh well. Yeah, we'll put you there for now. I'm going to grab some tools. Gotta do the old, you heard me do that back there by the toolbox. It's a must, you gotta do that. You quiet down over there. Damn inanimate objects making noise and shit. That's unnecessary. It's uncalled for. You don't need to do that kind of stuff. Alright, I don't exactly remember how, but I need more tools. Just kidding, I have more tools. The old fuse blocks here. Screws in, snaps in. More of GM's genius designing. I might have to go look at the other car, because I don't exactly remember what you are. Box, of course I didn't label it like it would. But then again, if I want to fix that one, I have to take all of this apart, and really don't want to do that. So I think we are just going to call this disassembled enough, because really these are the ones for the ECU. These are the ones that would have got the jet of water from that hole right there. Unless I literally just soaked the ECU, which that's a good possibility too, but look at that, how unprofessional of me. Left the old tail on the zip tie. Yeah, but, yeah, I think that's as far as I'm taking that apart, to be honest with you. Just gonna inspect the fuse box here. Looks good. I'm going to fill that connector full of dielectric, fill the other connector full of dielectric, put the fuse box back in, put the ECU back in with connector dielectric grease in those. And I think I'm going to call that good enough, because the ECU sits right here. There's a hole right there that would, the jet of water, I'm assuming, would have come up through, because I know myself, and I know I was driving it like an idiot when the check engine light turned on. And I went through a really deep puddle, so I'm going to assume that all that was my fault, and we're going to, well, I know it was my fault. I don't know where I'm going. I'm just rambling. I'm good at that. I mean, by now you guys know that, so. It's got to be weird actually watching on the camera essentially what I'm doing. Let me bring you in closer, because I can do that now. I have a tripod. I'm a force to be reckoned with when it comes to filming now. No, I'm still going to screw that up. You want closer? Okay. Look at that action shot right there. Now you can watch me put some lube in holes. Little tiny holes. My dad did bring up a good point about this. He goes, you had the car completely disassembled. Why didn't you do this when you put it back together? And my response to that is, I don't know. Because that would have made sense. So here we are, later, like 6 months later, doing it once again. Not quite to the extent that I had it before, though. That's the big line draw there, or whatever you want to call it. So we're gonna call that connector good and move on to the next one. I have to borrow another one of these little containers here. Getting kind of low on the old dielectric grease here. What do you guys want to talk about? Huh? There's got to be something you guys at least want to hear me ramble about while I'm working on cars here. Or would you prefer me just to shut up, do a time lapse, and get it over with? 'Cause I could do that too. I don't know what you, the viewer, wants. You know, I don't know. I don't even know really what I prefer. I just kind of shit post watch. I don't know if that's technically the right term or not. All right, just like that, we are back, and everything is looking good. Put the floor mat back where that belongs. No lights. Go for a quick little jaunt here and ignore that one. I haven't fixed the park assist yet. Not a high priority. I have eyes. I don't need park assist right now. But like I say, no lights. The old windows are gonna freak out on me a little bit, but that's not hard to fix. Just because I had the battery discode. But we'll get the old car fixed up here, or finished up here, and take her out for the drive. And like I said before, it's not really a diag anymore. It's more or less just make sure I was right. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. And here we are now with 2 check engine light free vehicles. And that's gonna basically end up being the end of this video here. I've got probably about 100 miles on this thing now since I fixed that, and I don't know, 15 on this. I'm not too worried about this one, because this one was a simple fix. Well, they both were simple fixes, but that one I'm kind of wishy-washy on the fix. This one I'm not. But we got 2 vehicles, check engine light free. And basically that's going to be thanks for watching. Hopefully somebody finds something neat or interesting or good about this ramble session of videos. I don't know. I'm just thrilled that the check engine light was an easy fix on both of them. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy. Something a little different other than a road trip or working on the Malibu, which seems to be my videos. But kind of neat to have some new vehicle content. New as in, 10 years old and, 16 years old? But sitting pretty, check engine light free, remote start works on both of them again. Wasn't too concerned about the 15's remote start, but it has it. I'd like it to work. Again, thanks again for watching. Hope you enjoy.